Mentorthon. Career Mentorthon. We're still talking with one engineer here. He's going to tell us now the things he's doing on this hand as we proceed. So tell us about the machinery and mechanical engineer we're interacting with from across, starting from your first job up to where we are today.
So thank you. In this in here, the machines that a mechanical engineer is going to interact in this place. Remember that this place actually where we are seated at is just I can term it as a thermodynamics unit. This is thermodynamics. We have air conditioning. So we are going to take you through maybe some other time. So around this place we are going to interact with water treatment plants. That is the RO plants. In RO plants we have that is multi-stage treatment of water. That is from where we take our raw water all the way where we are going to obtain our clean water. We also have in this place just across we have other equipment. That is the poultry equipment. We have feeders. We have drinker lines. We also have the psychometrics part of those poultry farms. The psychometrics part of those farms, we have the air conditioning units, where we use extractor fans to take in air, that is clean air, and take out air that's the bad air that we don't require in the rooms. We also have out there, we also have the workshop. In the workshop we do a lot of things. We have welding, we have joining of equipment, we have designing of equipment, where we use jigs, we use fixtures. In the other part we also have automation. And actually, even before we talk about automation, all those things are controlled by power, that is electricity. So for that power, so having in mind, if you having in mind that where there is power we expect automation, because we must ensure that there is a synchronous running of activities and that equipment run as they are supposed to run. So we also expect, so inside there we also have a lot of electrical equipments. That is, I can just term them as computer control, because if they were big machines, we could have said that they are numerical control. So those machines we use programs, that is, we use a programming language to ensure that there is a good flow or there is a good communication between equipment, and there is a proper flow of that is the product, that is what we are supplying to our poultry. We also ensure that in those equipment, we have an alarming system that tells us everything about all those equipment. When there is a fault, we are going to detect it. It's going to give us an alarm on, and that's when we are going to take an action. Because when there is an alarm, we must take an action so that we can be able to restore things on condition. And when doing all those things, there are safety things that are concerned. Also on the other end, we have a rearing section. In this rearing section, this is a section where we keep, that is the young chicken. These young chicken, they are delicate, so we use much sophisticated equipment. We have a lot of automatically controlled equipment from the feeders, the drinker lines. We also control the climate that those chicks or those poultry birds are staying. We have sensors that are going to collect as real-time data that are going to be fed into the machine or into the computers, that is those machines, so that we can be able to take actions and monitor them as required. With those equipment, we are able to monitor the temperature, that is the variation, and on how we can restore it to normal when there is a problem. We have temperature sensors, we have water sensors, we have humidity sensors. All those are peripheral devices that get us data that we process to be able to manipulate those equipment. However, there is a manual aspect of it. The manual aspect of it is now just maybe inspection of the airflow, because we have that is the ventilation systems. The ventilation systems we use, we have the tunnels, we have the extractor fans, and so many other fans that are there. So maybe some other time I'm going to take you through. So all those systems are connected to some monitor or some sort of computer device. that will give us those data. Then now we can tabulate and have it. We also have the hatchery unit. The hatchery unit is just nothing but, I can't term it as maybe at one time you can go and search known as psychometrics and air conditioning. And some part of it is just within around here. So maybe we'll just introduce you. So in the hatchery is where we have a lot of equipment. Those equipment normally use VFDs, that is variable frequency drives, to control a lot of equipment there. We have the setters, the hatchers. We have a lot of temperature sometimes, maybe where we store some of our products. We require some cool temperatures. So there is a process that we do. In the hatchers, remember that for something to hatch or for an egg to turn into a young one, we require to have maybe temperatures. And we vary those parameters, the temperature, the pressure, the humidity level, to come up with them. So it's a lot of years of activities. But unfortunately, you might not be having enough time because it's a bit busy at the moment.
Okay.
So maybe Mr. Engineer, next time you come, maybe we'll find time, we'll take you through. Now, welcome now to this place. So where we are seated, I believe that you can see we have...
Maybe you can do the demonstration in after the job.
Okay.
So quickly just tell us about, you have someone who wants to do mechanical engineering, but he has not done anything to do with Form 4. Let's say jamaa amemalizia class 7, class 8. Is it possible?
Wow, it is very possible, not possible, very possible. So if you happen to have maybe, unfortunately, maybe you didn't make your Form 4 level, so there is a National Industrial Training Authority, known as NITA. You can enroll there with your, just an ID, and maybe a class 8 certificate, or maybe you perform, maybe you did your KCSE, but didn't meet the expectations that you are required. So don't worry, you can go to NITA, that is National Industrial Training Authority, their website, or in any integrated institution. You can apply for a course, you can take a course, maybe a diploma, maybe NITA for grade for class 8, you can go for grade test. Grade test normally takes 3 to 6 months, and you are going to pick any unit of competency that you feel that you are comfortable with. You can go choose maybe welding and fabrication. You can go and choose plant mechanics, motor vehicle mechanics. We have motor vehicle electrics. We have auto electrics. We have so many things. We have process controls. So you can go and pick any of those courses. If you manage to go to the Form 4 but didn't manage, you can also enroll. There is a course by Tibet Sidak. We normally call them Sibet. You are going to pick up from there. Then you are going to be directed on the level that you are going to be, depending on your marks. If you are in class 8, you can begin with level 1. You can move to level 2, level 3, level 4, all the way to level 6, where level 6 is an equivalent to a diploma. But however, you will be guided there according to the Kenya National Qualifications Framework, that is the KN12, our authority. You will be guided according to that, and you will be certified to be or to practice as a mechanical engineer.
Wow, that's a good option. So people should not lose hope.
Yes, never lose hope. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. As long as you are committed to take the action, you are persistent, and you are consistent with the goals that you are doing.
So tell us, is it true that you are earning a lot of money? My friend, you are hitting so well. So does it make sense to do a mechanical engineering career? I hope it is paying, so that people don't just become mechanics for nothing.
Yes, so I can confidently say that it is the place to be. Mechanical engineering is the future. Mechanical engineering is the place to be. It is a place where, with or without an employment, as long as you are flexible enough and you have the ability to think, you can come up even with your own money. That is by using just the basic skills. It will just automatically put food on the table. Now, professionally, it earns well. It earns very well. It's a nice place. It earns very well, and I'm proud of it. I can encourage someone to do it and expect to grow, expect to learn, and the more you learn, the better the money. how you expose yourself to actual consistency in doing something. You get experience, you increase your marketability. You earn it. Companies pay, because no company can survive without a mechanical engineer. That is a fact. So you always expect that you must have a good pay. It is a field that does not have a lot of people in the field. So vacancies, job positions are available. And again, on the other side of that is private employment. You can venture into so many things because it will expose you to a lot of skills. So without even being employed, you can put something on the table. You can put some food on the table, and you will continue living. But that's a good thing.
Okay. I have two things so that you can close. Number one, you are a master of a lot of skills. You are a mechanical engineer. In Mukuruini, I read somewhere that you are a coach. And then I also saw that you are a serious pastor. So, how do you balance this? So maybe take 1 minute for that.
So let me take the 1 minute challenge. So balancing being a coach, being an engineer, being a trainer, and being a pastor, that is, I was a patron. Time is money. Time is value. Time means everything. If you have to be a successful person, you must strike the balance. There is time for everything. Ecclesiastes, the book of Ecclesiastes teaches us that there is time to reap, there is a time to sow, there is a time to reap, there is a time to sow, there is a time to create, to cry, there is a time to laugh, there is time for everything. Planning is the key to balancing all those things. No at what time am I supposed to be a pastor? No at what time are you supposed to be an engineer? No at what point are you supposed to be in the field? And ensure that you have a strict timeline that you follow. No other secret. If you follow those, then you are going to achieve it.
I admire your passion, my friend. Your success story in coaching, just mention so that we know.
Wow. The success story in coaching, I was handed over a team. So the first, the team that had never qualified maybe greater positions, but within a training schedule of 6 weeks, I was able to take my athletes to the national training level, that is at the, what do you call it?
AK.
To the AK trials. And I subjected almost 24 students or 24 trainees into the AK trials. And I thank God, by the grace of God, we subjected at least a few number to the team. And now we are working towards seeing them qualify on time and to the national team.
Okay.
Yes.
I want you to look at this camera and inspire this particular 4+7 kid who wants to be an engineer in mechanical. So take 1 minute also, talk to him, give them the inspiration.
Yes. Now, let me tell you one thing. If you want to be a great person, then become. Becoming begins from when you start to take the action. The becoming begins by accepting that the fact that you are who you are, but you will not remain who you are if you take a step and change. If you want to be a mechanical engineer, start working. Work smart. Be intelligent. Know how to interact with people. Know how to interact with systems. Be able to pick when learning. Be able to learn. Be teachable. Move with speed. Do not be carried away by things that are going to, or things that are going to make you to be a failure. That is, concentrate on things that are important. Let me tell you one thing. For you to begin to rise, learn to help someone. Learn to lend some help. Learn to inquire. Learn to try. Make an attempt. Make a step. Grow. Ask wherever you don't know. And finally, move according to actually what the desire drives you. Let it come from your heart that I'm going to do it. Let it come confirm from your heart that I'm capable, and be serious, be intentional, and follow your mentors, follow the right people and the right track, and you'll never miss it.
Thank you so much. So that you can go on this tour, the mechanical tour, I had is known as the thermodynamic unit. Kindly, if you have not subscribed to this particular place, kindly do so and support our program. So, nimeshukuru sana Bwana Engineer. I really appreciate for your presence. I know it has been an inspirational journey. So guys, this is the mentorship. We want to see people inspiring the generation and making more engineers, making more doctors, making more nurses, making more security personnel and all that. So I'll allow engineer to take us through this, and I'll give him a special place in this video so that he can sign out the video. So kindly take a walk.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome now to this special video. Here, as you can see, I'm dressed in my engineering regalia. So here we have, you can see we have two pipes here that are insulated. So these pipes are just coming from the hatchery unit somewhere there. It's connected to other equipments. We have this, so from here, it's just one pipe. This one here, the one that you see here, is the one that brings hot water or water that has higher temperatures. So from this pipe, it's going to be taken into this machine here. So this machine here, as you can see, is known as a chiller. So the function of this machine is actually to bring down temperatures or high temperatures that are coming from the equipment that has been used there. It's going to cool this water to some temperature. This is the water inlet. So this is a gauge valve. We have here pressure gauges. We have here another return valve and pressure gauges. This is an return valve. So that is basically a chiller regulating valve. Its purpose is to maintain pressure at given pressures. So the pipe that we are using here is a CPVC pipe. So in this point, you can see here we have two pipes that are shining. So these pipes, they are heading, one is heading to the boiler, pipe is heading to the boiler, and the other one here is applying the hot water, that is hot water from the boiler. So this is a high pressure pump, and it can withstand high pressures. In this unit here, you can see here we have pressure gauges, we have a temperature gauge here, we have a pressure gauge here. This is a ball valve. The same things happens here. This is down here we have a pressure valve that is graduated in pascals. We have a temperature valve. This is a ball valve. This is a high pressure pump. Here, this one is a boiler. This is an electric boiler. Its work is to give us or to boil water to give us high temperatures. This one is the control panel here that controls all the systems that are in this place. So you come also here. These are we have here inside here we have pumps. We have inside here two pumps that are working synchronously. Here also this is the water inlet, and this is the water inlet. So this one here is known as a pump controller. So the purpose of this pump controller is actually to detect when there is water, or when there is no water, then it stops the pump from pumping. But maybe sooner or later I'm going to show you what it actually does. So from here, this is where now the controls, this one pumps in cold water, this one takes it to the boiler, reboiled, then it supplies from the boiler, then hot water is applied, then it can be recycled back. And then out here is so these storage tanks here are the ones that are going to supply us the water that we need, because we need water in the chiller, we need water in the boiler. This is also another pump. This is a medium pressure pump. This is a meter. Now, in this unit, this is just thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is basically where we are talking about temperatures. That is, we are talking about hot temperatures and cold temperatures. This is a cold temperature unit, the chiller, and this is the boiler that gives us hot water. So basically this is actually that's why I termed it as a thermodynamics unit. I hope this has been a good journey. It has been an educational journey, and I hope you have learned a lot. Thank you so much for your time. Please take your time, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. See you another.